Hi, this is Sheila. I'm in the Magic Kingdom, and I would like to introduce the Resort Loop podcast with Bob and Tim. And now, get ready for some real entertainment.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us at ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
How did Sheila do for our open, Bob?
I think she was fantastic.
She was adorable.
Doesn't she sound like the most wonderful person ever?
Yes, I agree with you. We will now put her in the ResortLoop.com Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was wonderful. And the fact that she did it from the Magic Kingdom.
All the better.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. So Sheila, thank you so much. Now that's not the Sheila from Prince, right? No?
No, that wasn't Prince, but
no.
I think it was ready for
Prince?
I think it was Ready for the World, but I'm not even positive about that.
All right, I'm done with you. Anyway, Tim,
you're getting in your little red Corvette and driving away.
You said, thank you. Hello. I'm partying like it's 1999, my friend. Anyway.
Back when you were young.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no. I wasn't even young in 99.
I know, me either. Me either.
Just telling you.
Bob, I'm very excited about the show, as I usually am, because this time we're talking about food again.
Absolutely. And our loopers have come through once again for a top 5 list. Before we get started, can I throw out 2 shout-outs?
Oh, absolutely.
Real quick. Joanne Ralston off the Twitter. She, in reference to our episode 119, a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
She shot us a tweet that said, "I need a cob for all this corn." Hashtag non-angry Italian. That's in reference to you.
Right.
And hashtag corny joke of the day. Also in reference to you, by the way.
If somebody wants corn, I'm your man.
And kind of tying that together, a listener to the show, Beth Ann Irito, I believe is how you pronounce that. Beth Ann, I apologize if I butchered that. But she said, this came from Beth Ann. She said, so her was your Italian listener.
I saw that.
She was on vacation in Rome, Italy, and downloaded our podcast to listen on the train on her way to Disneyland Paris.
That's cool.
She normally downloads from Florida, but how about that?
That is awesome. Just the fact that she downloaded the show and was listening to us on the way to Disneyland Paris. I almost feel like I'm there vicariously through her.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Beth Ann, you're going to have to give us a trip report.
Yes.
Send that in to our Looper listener line. And what would that be, Tim?
Area code 414.
WDW.
Loop.
Send us in that trip report. That would be fantastic. We'd love to hear about Disneyland Paris and your adventures over there. So
we're taking over the world.
Thank you, Beth Ann. How about that?
That's
Looper
awesome.
Nation is now Looper World.
Wow.
I blame Joe Quattrochi.
Only every day.
And you.
Well,
and you.
I know. I'm sorry. Not really.
So anyway, Tim.
Yes.
We put this out there. I enjoy doing the top 5 Looper listener poll. I really do.
Because you snuck this one in there. I'm at home minding my own business, getting ready for a graduation party, and all of a sudden the email blows up. I'm like, what is going on?
What is going on?
And they're like,
it did blow up.
And they're the dessert list. So now I'm hungry. I'm working on the party, trying to figure out what you're doing over at the website. It's awesome.
Absolutely. So this was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. We had, if you're ready for this, we had so many people vote on this. And this is what was so shocking to me, was that there were, are you ready?
I'm ready.
69
wow,
different desserts. And they didn't cover everything.
That's incredible.
Disney has some fantastic desserts.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Oh man! Before we get started with the list, let's go over our top 5.
Okay.
Before we get to the Loopers' top 5.
I love it.
Go ahead, my friend.
I will start at number 5 on the Tim Scott Resort Loop Tim dessert list.
Which it doesn't count for anything.
No, that's true. But since you asked, you're going to get the information.
All right.
We're popping over to Fort Wilderness. We're watching the Hoop-de-Doo, and we're going for the strawberry shortcake. It's a dessert with a presentation. It's got a song. It's got a song. And it's awfully darn good.
I love strawberry shortcake. I will have to try that one.
Yes.
And this is the thing. We're going to go over stuff that we've never tried because there's just so much of it. If you've eaten all these desserts, you are an extreme diabetic. I am so sorry. My number 5, I went healthy. I like this, especially on a hot summer day at the Magic Kingdom or at any of the parks. When I'm really hot, I love this. I really like, kind of along the same lines as you, the frozen strawberry bar.
Oh, well, listen to you, Mr. Healthy. I'm on vacation, and I'm eating frozen fruit.
Those aren't just loaded with sugar. No, not at all. No.
Perhaps you'd like the
strawberry.
The frozen water is also very good.
Your new nickname is Strawberry Shortcake. Number 4.
Coming in at number 4, I'm going over to where you haven't been. I'm going to Ohana for their bread pudding. Now, I'm not a bread pudding guy.
You're doing that on purpose.
I'm not a bread pudding guy.
All right.
But it is really good.
Oh, all right.
I would recommend
I noticed
bread pudding.
Speaking of which, I noticed that the volcano dessert that they used to serve at the luau has been replaced with a caramel drizzled bread pudding with ice cream, a la mode kind of thing. So
I wonder if that's exactly the same stuff, you know?
It might. Yeah, it might be.
I'd almost bet on it.
Might be. Yeah.
Anybody's been out there and had it, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. My number 4 is going to go with a crowd favorite. I'm going Dole Whip for number 4.
I debated on the Dole Whip. It did not make my list.
Wow.
Well, I was initially thinking, here's my thinking. The Dole Whip stand in the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
It's not technically a dessert because that's the only thing they sell. But then you go over to the Polynesian or Captain Cook's. It is a dessert because you can get it with other stuff. I'm splitting hairs, I know. I was just saying that was my thinking at the one point. Just saying.
You've confused yourself.
I did. I'm running around in circles. It's late at night. I've over-caffeinated.
Oh, man.
I know.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3. Now, this is good. Also, kind of interesting. It's from Boma. And I've never been to Boma. The Zebra
You are
Domes.
so exotic.
But I have had them from the Mara at the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, yes.
I do enjoy the Zebra Dome.
You have raved about the Zebra Domes.
I get them a couple times when I'm there. I just can't not get them.
Wow.
Throwing out more double negatives.
There were.
I can't never get them. Does that mean I can get them or not get them?
I don't know.
Me either.
You're not confusing me, sir.
No, what's your number 3?
With your fast talk. My number 3, I'm going with I think the classic dessert at Walt Disney World, the Mickey ice cream bar.
Very nice.
It's just good. You got to get a Mickey ice cream bar somewhere along the line.
Yes, you do.
Just gotta.
You do.
You got to get that picture with the bite in the ear. And I'd like to know if anybody out there. I'm just throwing this out there. If anybody out there bites anything but the ear first, I want to know.
How can you not start at the ear?
I don't know. I don't know how anybody could, but there's got to be one of the loopers out there.
Because you would go against the structural integrity of the Mickey bar. If you attack it at the bottom, how's it going to stay on the stick?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even have an engineering degree.
Somebody's doing it. All right. Number two.
Number two, I went with the Mickey bar as well. For all the same reasons.
We are way too loose tonight.
I know. I will say, if you're on the cruise and for
yes.
your room service, if you ask for like 2 Mickey bars, they bring you 3. And then one's always blinged up with a little chocolate syrup and like some sprinkles or those little Mickey shaped sprinkles over there. So I'm just throwing it out there. They class it up a little bit more. You can do that in a park.
No, you couldn't. Well, no.
It would just be a big puddle of delicious goo.
That is true. That is true. My number two, I'm going with one of my favorites that is actually a meal unto itself.
Uh-oh.
And that is over at Beaches and Cream. Oh. Gotta go kitchen sink.
You did not.
Oh, I did.
Go over to Beaches and Cream.
Oh, I love Beaches and Cream.
Oh, I know you do.
We got to go there every time we go down.
I know.
It's so good.
That's why.
Oh, what?
For my number one.
Yes.
I'm over at Beaches and Cream.
And?
I just put down whatever your ice cream is. I can't do a kitchen sink. It's too much of a mishmash for me, like the can of pineapple, the can of cherries. I'm more of a basic guy. I'm probably more of like your basic hot fudge sundae or maybe like a No Way Jose type thing.
Yeah.
I can't take all those conflicting flavors. I'm just saying.
No Way Jose was pretty big.
Was it?
in our poll? Yeah.
So
yeah.
I kind of went broad in that. I just kind of figured whatever your favorite dessert is at Beaches and Cream, because there it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Beaches and Cream. That may be the best place to get any type of ice cream, I think.
Yes.
With the ambiance and everything else that you got going on there. I love it. My number one.
Here it comes.
Is one that you will never get. and it's more for how you get it and when you get it. That just makes it makes it good to me. I know it's just a regular dang sugar cookie, but I love the sugar cookies at Christmas time. Hot chocolate, walking up through Disney's Hollywood Studios and the Osborne Light Spectacular. Nothing better
than
that sugar cookie. Just saying.
Did you have something to eat before that?
It brings a tear to my eye. No.
This is not technically a dessert. It's a snack. See?
I'm just hopped up. Well, a Mickey bar wouldn't technically be dessert if you just went and got a Mickey bar.
Oh, you might have me on that.
Again, what is up with you splitting hairs today? You're telling me a Dole Whip's not.
I blame the caffeine. No, I know, because it is a dessert because you can get it at the Captain Cook's with an actual meal. I know I'm splitting hairs. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I should have switched to decaf for the night.
Yeah, hello. This is way past your bedtime anyways.
It is. I'm going to be running around the house here when we get done with this just to burn it off.
Your wife's going to have you painting everything.
That's right.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so before we get started on the Loopers top 5, just a few shouts from some of the things that folks were saying. Mark Lepper says... and this is kind of big, so follow along. His number one was the Hollywood Brown Derby's white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. Now he was the only one that voted for that, but that was the number one for Mark. But this is the little gotcha here. He says he had this in 1997, changed his dessert life. He says,
really?
They got Disney to give them the recipe, and he and his wife. His wife has since won 2 bake-offs with it.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to throw that one out there, and thank you, Mark, for letting us know about that, because Disney will give you recipes. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, they will.
If you ask nicely, you can get, and of course you can get them online, but you can get recipes while you're down there. If you find something you really like, ask them.
Yes.
A lot of times they'll just bring the recipe out there, so...
That happened to us in Canada, actually.
Oh, really?
We were raving about the cheddar cheese soup. And she goes, I'm going to bring out the recipe. And she did. She told us exactly what kind of beer to put in it, because she said it's not quite the same. You got to get the moose head. If you're going to make just a little tip out there. She said, if you don't make with that, it's not going to taste quite the same. So that's the secret. Don't tell anybody.
There.
Moosehead.
Moosehead.
Yeah. Unless that was vernacular for something else. I don't know.
Have you just been drinking Moosehead tonight? Maybe that's what's going on.
I've not, but I will say I do enjoy that if I do partake in something. That is the one I do get. That goes way back to college. Anyway.
Anywho.
What else do the Loop Roots like?
Our good pal, our good pal, Disney Chicago.
Yes.
Just threw this out there. This was his vote. All he said was, I have yet to taste a bad dessert at Walt Disney World. Everything tastes sweeter, and it's all fat-free, all calorie-free, and guilt-free.
That's true, especially if you're like Bob and just order the frozen water.
I am cheap.
You are.
And you can do that as well. And then finally, Tyler on the Twitter. We know Tyler, Disneyman92 on the Twitter. He was a little confused. He needs to maybe go to a dictionary. He says, I can only think of one desert. It's in the Animal Kingdom's Kilimanjaro safaris.
Oh, very nice.
There's two S's in dessert. Just throwing that out there.
You're giving spelling
two
advice,
S's, Tyler. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I can't give geography lessons. I got yelled at about that.
You don't know your 80s music, apparently.
Apparently not.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
yes.
On with the top 5 desserts rated by our listeners on the Looper listener poll. Are you ready, Tim?
I am, Bob.
These tied for, I guess, number 3, 4, and 5.
Wow. Okay.
We had the same amount of votes for churros.
Oh.
Churros are good. I like churros.
I've never had the churro there.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, yeah, it's on my list now.
Now you got to wash it down with something.
The Moosehead?
Maybe. That's not a bad call. Not now. Not tonight.
No.
The citrus swirl and the kitchen sink all tied.
Okay,
so
I can
churros, citrus swirl, kitchen sink all tied, rounding out our top 5. The number 2 most highly rated top dessert at Walt Disney World by the Looper listeners is the Mickey bar.
Nice. Can't argue.
You can't go with that.
No.
And the number 1 top 5 dessert, the number 1 top dessert at Walt Disney World, drum roll please.
Here you go.
The Dole Whip.
Yes.
The one you said is not a dessert, by the way.
It depends on where you get it. Although I suppose if you're like, you just ate over at Pecos Bill's, take a little jaunt over there, you could, wash stuff down with the Dole Whip.
Now, I'm just going to say this. Why can't you start with dessert first? That's what everybody wants anyway.
Well, that's a good point. And sometimes dessert's all you need for a lunch or something, too.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand.
And a Dole, that's all I'm saying.
I'm going to say something
nice and cool.
I'm going to say something I don't usually say involving you. You're right. Mark the date and time, everybody.
Mark this date and time. What is this?
Episode 121. Right. Bob was right.
Yeah, really. Whew. That's going to be a trivia question someday. Rounding up the top 10. Number 6 was yours, the bread pudding at Ohana.
Okay.
And then these all tied, rounding out the top 10. The chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
The chocolate-covered pineapple at the Candy Cauldron at Downtown Disney.
Oh, I've never had that.
Me neither. The No Way Jose.
Okay.
Your zebra domes.
Yes.
The ice cream martini.
What?
Exactly.
Where's that at?
No.
You don't know where that's at?
Where that's from.
I'm Googling.
No,
you keep talking.
I didn't do any research. I'll keep talking.
You keep talking.
I can do that. The Dole Whip float, and rounding up the top 10, the chocolate Mickey Rice Krispie treat, which everybody loves. The chocolate Mickey Rice Krispie treat. Now, I will say this, and I'm not calling anybody out here while you're Googling.
I'm Googling and loading.
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not going to name names, okay? But this one was voted on. This was one of the votes. Okay, are you ready? Now we had fantastic votes. Okay, we had let me find it here. The Pigalicious cupcake. You know that one. That one's got the bacon in it.
Yeah, that's a relatively new thing that's going on over there.
Yeah. We had the cream puff in Norway. The beignets. The Darth Vader cupcake. That's big during Star Wars weekend.
Yes,
we had so many great ones. The red velvet whoopie pie. That's always a good one. But and again, I'm not naming anybody's name here because I don't want people to know that this guy obviously has an issue, and it is a guy. I'm just saying
has an issue.
I'm not. But one of his dessert. Well, you tell me.
Okay,
and we're gonna hear from him, I'm sure. But
we will now.
And he knows I'm just messing.
Right.
But you got a problem if one of your desserts is a turkey leg.
Well, what's your main what's your main course in that case?
Wait a minute. That's not dessert.
What's your main course if that's your dessert?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh. That's hilarious.
So anyway, but everybody, thank you so much. That was so much fun. And I could not get over how many votes we got. 69 different desserts out there, including apparently turkey leg as a dessert. So there you go. Thank you all for voting in the ResortLoop.com Looper Listener Poll Top 5 Desserts at Walt Disney World. So that, my friend, is all I got.
Okay, before we wrap it up, I'm going to tell you about this ice cream martini real quick.
Oh, geez, yes, please.
Because unfortunately I have to pronounce something in French, so this will be butchered. This is going to be great. It's from Epcot in France. It's the L'Artisan des Glaces. Artesian ice cream and sorbet. Just opened in this new place in Epcot. That's what it is. I'm trying to find out exactly what it is. I see lots of pictures.
You are so intercontinental.
But that's true. I'm like a jetliner. I'm just going to be quiet right there. However,
please.
I can't find what's in it real quick, but it's in a martini glass and looks darn yummy.
That'll give you a reason to go to France. When
exactly.
You're down there
exactly.
In July.
Anyway, we better wrap it up.
Yeah, please.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope you found your top 5 desserts very entertaining and at least maybe just a little bit yummy. But I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter, ResortLoop.Tim, the website, ResortLoop.com.
And I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter. Don't forget Facebook /Resort Loop, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Please rate us on iTunes. We'd really appreciate that. And where else can they listen, Tim?
You can always find us on the Stitcher.
The Stitcher.
I know.
And thanks again to Sheila for that great intro. Please send us your stuff.
Oh, Sheila. I couldn't help it.
I know.
Everybody, thanks for listening to the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
Oh, see.